Welcome back to Living 808. Everyone from Hawaiian Ali'i to Elvis to Johnny Cash is reflected in a new music exhibit featuring the evolution of instruments and Hawaii ties.
Bishop Museum has that and a virtual fundraiser we wanted to know more about.
The Bishop Museum has a new exhibit that we would love all of our Living 808 viewers to know about. It's called Kalapiko, the Source of Strings. And I'm pleased to be joined by Michael Wilson, the exhibit designer, as well as DeSoto Brown, a historian, to find out more about this exciting exhibit. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I'd love first off to hear about the new exhibit.
Kalapiko, the Source of Strings, is a Bishop Museum exhibit which is about stringed instruments. And the traditional Hawaiian music really didn't use stringed instruments to any degree. It was the introduction of instruments from the outside world, starting in the 19th century, the guitar primarily, but we also saw the popularity of the mandolin, the bass, etc. And then the invention of and the development of the ukulele, which is based on a Portuguese instrument, which began to be brought to the Hawaiian Islands in the late 1800s. So those stringed instruments, although they were not part of the traditional Hawaiian indigenous culture, became intrinsic to what we consider Hawaiian music to be today. And particularly the development of the steel guitar, which is a Hawaiian invention that we find an unbelievable, to me, evolution that eventually leads to the invention of the electric guitar, which, as we all know, is the basis for rock music.
Great story to see that evolution. Michael, as the designer for this, tell me about some of the artifacts that people will be able to experience.
So there's a lot of really fascinating artifacts from all over the world and also important to Hawaii. We have King Kalakaua guitar, for example. We have Ellen Prendergast's ukulele, which, if you know history of Hawaiian music, is very powerful. We have Johnny Cash's guitar because the kind of guitar he played was instrumental in being designed by a Hawaiian, Mikia Kealakai, whose replica we also have. So there's a variety of very interesting artifacts. And also, as DeSoto mentioned about the lap steel, which became the electric, we have an interactive lap steel that you can play if you come to the museum to see how those sounds are both Hawaiian and unique.
I know, DeSoto, you mentioned something about stories, and there are some behind this exhibit and the musicians. Can you share one of your favorite?
So many of these instruments are owned by and still owned by some very famous musicians. The fact that you can see, for example, that the first guitar that Elvis Presley played is one of the guitars which was influenced by this design from the Martin Guitar Company, which was made to order for Mikia Kealakai, a Hawaiian musician. But also the fact that the steel guitar was invented by a Hawaiian boy named Joseph Kekuku when he was a boy in the 1880s or 1890s. He subsequently was a student at the Kamehameha School for Boys in the 1890s. And at that time, the Kamehameha School's campus was where Bishop Museum now is. Bishop Museum was built on the campus of the original Kamehameha Schools. Joseph Kekuku was a student at the boys' school, and in the shop at the boys' school, he fabricated the first metal bar that he used to professionally play the steel guitar, which then influenced people literally all over the world. And that ties back to right where we are at Bishop Museum.
For people who want to come out and check out this amazing exhibit, what's the best way you would recommend that they experience this, Michael?
The best way to come to the museum is to go to bishopmuseum.org, and then you can get your tickets. You can figure out what's happening, when it's happening, if there's any special events. All of that can happen at the website, and then just come, bring your family, and bring your masks.
Very important. DeSoto, what might be coming down the pipeline for Bishop Museum? I know you're always working on something new.
Well, something that's coming up very shortly this month in August, from August 23rd, I think, to August 28th. Normally, we have a major fundraising dinner every year, the Charles Reed Bishop Dinner. Well, obviously, this year, because of COVID-19, we won't be having that gathering, but we will be having a benefit online auction. And people, again, can come to the Bishop Museum website to look at things and bid on those things as a fundraiser, which we'll be doing instead of our usual major gathering on the Great Lawn at Bishop Museum.
All right. Well, we thank you so much for telling us about the new exhibit, about the opportunities to support the museum through the auction, and it was a pleasure to talk with both of you.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you very much. Nice to talk to you.
It's so interesting. We know the place of music and so forth, but to see the evolution of instruments and the connection from the plantation days and royalty to what we've seen with modern music. So it really is amazing to do that, and we'll have a chance to experience it all there at the Bishop Museum.
The collection looks amazing. It really does.
It does, and the historian is amazing. DeSoto Brown has so much information, so pick his brain. We'll learn a lot of that, and I'll post more of those stories that he shares on our website, KHON2.com.